Can I convince you to start a podcast?
Yeah. I always say that inspiration is one of the biggest catalysts. A young person would go and sell their father's land and go and give it to the visa connection man just so they can go to the US. So for us at EMI Africa, we are intentionally excellent at our execution.
And once you understand it's possible.
It is possible. You captured it very nicely in your book that excellence is not just for yourself. It inspires the people around you and it elevates your work.
And I think that's one thing about the universe. That's one thing God does for you, right? When you believe in excellence, when every idea you get, you actually pursue it.
Yeah. That's your network is your net worth.
100%.
Do good work.
Yeah.
Put out good product. Don't cut corners.
We should stop thinking there's anything that's not possible.
No.
I want to change that word to I am possible.
Yes.
Welcome to the Masterminds Podcast. My name is Richie Mensah, and I'm your awesome tour guide on this exciting journey to mastering your most powerful tool, your mind. Our goal here stays the same, to help you to get one step closer every day to becoming a mastermind. Now, this episode, we are going to address a misconception. A lot of people, when they think about excellence, when they think about being great, always see it as a one destination that they need to achieve, one thing that they need to do right to be excellent. But the truth of the matter is, excellence is a habit. Excellence is in every single thing that you do every single day. So to discuss this, I needed to bring a man who exudes excellence. When you take all of Ghana, in fact, let me correct myself. When you take Africa, there's one man who has managed to be excellent in everything he's done, whether it's the way he dresses, whether it's the events he's hosting, whether it's like we're just discussing how he's able to get magic sponsorships that I've tried, I can't get, whether it's the way he networks, he knows how to maintain relationships, make sure people are always feeling special. He embodies excellence. And I hope by the end of this conversation, you can learn how to do the same. The CEO and founder of EMI Africa, Kojo Soboh.
Was it me? Was it me we were talking about?
Now, who else? Who else is so excellent?
Hey, my brother Richie.
Charlie, how far?
Charlie, it's always a pleasure to sit with you. I always say that you're one of the young people in the industry that I really respect and love. Because of your mind, because of your work as well. We were having a discussion before the cameras came on, and I was telling you how proud I am of you for all the great things that you achieved and everything you attempt. You do very well at it.
Thank you.
I'm also truly, really proud of you, and even for this podcast and for what it's trying to do to speak to masterminds, to encourage and inspire people to be the best that they can be. I think that we need more of platforms like this.
Yes, we do. So can I convince you to start a podcast?
Yeah. Help me do it.
Yeah.
I know you started this not too long ago, but actually the strides, it's incredible. Yeah. So it's something that I would also want to do, to also share my experiences, my mind.
Yeah.
With people, because that is what we need to do as Africans, to uplift each other.
I think it's important. I think people need to be able to see the examples of those who fought the good fight and have been able to achieve things.
Absolutely.
And we can inspire each other to grow. Because as you were saying, you admire the work I do. I'm also there admiring the work that you do. So we need to keep growing like that.
I always say that inspiration is one of the biggest catalysts for success. When people see examples, they feel it, they see it. It's one of the things that can inspire people to want to dream, want to be, and especially when you see people who look like you, who speak your language, who come from where you come from, it's even better. And as Africans, we need to do a lot of that, because when I was growing up in school, we used to read about people from the West, the successful entrepreneurs from the West, the Bill Gates and stuff. We didn't have stories about people Africans who have toiled, who have built businesses, who have done something extraordinary that we can learn from. And people, if you are going to read about people from the West, their terrain is different. So sometimes
I personally think The only thing we've not done is we've not told our stories.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Telling our story is very, very important. And everything in this world is hinged on storytelling.
Yeah.
And so we need, as Africans, as a matter of urgency, to tell our story and tell it well. A lot of our young people are going through perilous journeys, going through the sea, going through difficult journeys just to go to the West. Why are they going there? Because
they don't understand.
No, because the West has told a story.
True.
That this is paradise.
Yeah.
So this is where all your dreams will come true.
When you watch so many movies that say the American
it's
dream.
Storytelling. Yes, it is storytelling.
Then you want that dream,
and it's very deliberate. And so a young person would go and sell their father's land and go and give it to the visa connection man just so they can go to the US. Why don't you use that money to start a business? And it's all because somebody has told a great story and we've bought into it. Why are we not telling our stories?
We have to change the narrative. I remember when it became public knowledge that the richest man to have ever lived was Mansa Musa. Everybody was amazed that he's an African.
Yep.
And then it's like, yes, but did you not know this? Which means if we had been telling this story all along, you have a lot of Africans who know you can be here and be that great as well.
Be that great and make it. Yes, absolutely.
But I think it's starting to turn around. Now you have people like the Dangotes, people like the Richard Nyamakwe, people who are telling their story to show other people that you can do the same.
Yeah. I mean, Otedola just wrote his book.
Yeah.
Telling about his struggles and how he was able to come out of it and become who he is today.
Yeah.
Those are the things we need to see.
Yes.
Those are the things that our friends, our children, the young Africans need to read, because this is a man who was born in Nigeria, who grew up in Nigeria, built his business in Nigeria. So you can relate to it.
And once you understand it's possible.
It is possible.
Then you know that you can do it too.
You can do it too. So that when you go through the challenges and the difficulties, you know that you have to choose your heart.
Yeah. Choose your heart.
To make it, yeah.
It's hard to be poor. It's hard to be rich. Choose your heart.
Choose your heart. Absolutely. So that is very, very important. And that is why I'm also very passionate about excellence. When people ask me, what do you do? Or who you are, I say I'm an advocate for African excellence.
I love it.
And the reason why I am an advocate for African excellence is because we as Africans are innately excellent. But we've been told so many times that we are not good enough. And so it is a duty. I find it as a duty to propagate or to make African excellence very infectious through the work that I do.
Yeah.
Through celebrating people who are doing incredibly well, their great work, spotlighting their great work, and also even products that come from here.
Do you know, for a long time I thought the E in EMI stood for excellence.
Yeah, because of
what
we represent.
That's what it stood for. Yeah.
That's what we represent. For us at EMI Africa, it's not just about just celebrating people who are doing incredibly well, people who are extraordinary in their work, but we are also intentionally excellent at our execution and everything that we put out, so that once you engage with a brand, you leave inspired, you leave challenged that you want to be the best version of yourself.
But let's start the story from the beginning. How, growing up, how were you able to have these sort of ideas to build this sort of character that makes you want to be excellent in everything you do?
So I'm very fortunate to have grown up in a community in the Western region. It was called Bogoso.
Okay.
And my dad is a geologist. So he was one of the senior staff of the mining company at the time. And so we lived in a very beautiful community for the senior staff of the company. And I think we're just a handful of blacks in the community. Most of my friends were from Australia, Canada, South Africa. So I grew up, even though I had not traveled much, I still encountered these countries vicariously vicariously through these friends of mine. And I was also very fortunate to be introduced to foreign content really early. So I started watching the KTVs, the MTV bases, the award shows very early. So I think that I saw these beautiful stages, these beautiful productions, and that was my reality. So when I watch local content, I usually compare that, why are these people doing this thing at this level, and why are it could be done at that level. So I think that it just influenced my taste. And so I am not able to do anything that I attempt to do. I try to do it at a certain level, and that is what excellence is about. Excellence is about being outstanding in every single time. It's the pursuit for the highest standard. It's not perfection, just like you rightfully put in your book. It's not perfection. It's the everyday attempt to be the best. With regards to your timing, how you relate to people, your respect to people, the work that you put out. If you give people your word that I will deliver the work on Thursday, you try to deliver the work on Thursday. If you're not able to do it,
Wednesday.
Yes. If you're not able to do it, it's even how you communicate to the person that because of this one challenge or the other, I couldn't do it. Do you get what I mean? And then people would see you and they say, "Oh wow, I like the way you do your work." And it's not even the biggest thing. Sometimes people think excellence is the big stages, the big lights and all that. It's part of it if you can. But the little things also matter. And sometimes it's the accumulation of these little things that can get you to be able to put up a big stage for people. Because the big stage does not just get there. It's the little things that comes together for you to be able to build those things. And, you captured it very nicely in your book, that excellence is not just for yourself. It inspires the people around you, and it elevates your work. So it's a summary of what EMY, stands for. It's celebrating greatness to inspire greatness. So we know that the celebration of the African excellence is definitely going to inspire the next generation of African leaders, and that is what that is what I'm about. I see that as my life work.
I remember the first time I did a video shoot in South Africa, something like stuck with me, right? And as I'm here, I don't even remember the work that the person did, but the makeup artist that we booked. So we gave the makeup artist 10 a.m. to be there. And at 9:50, the makeup artist called and said, "I'm so sorry. I'm stuck in traffic. I underestimated how much traffic will be there, so I'll be late. I'll get there by 10:15. I was like, okay. I wasn't used to that, I was very used to somebody's being late and they don't even care.
Yeah, they don't care. They'll come in at 12 and will not even apologize. And
So now she got there at 10:10. So she said she'd get there at 10:15. She got there 10 minutes past 10. And as soon as she got there, started taking out her things. "I'm so sorry for being late. Please forgive me." And she started working. Now, as I'm sitting here, I don't remember the makeup she did. I don't even remember the video. But I remember that. I remember the way she handled her work.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And excellence, I saw this definition that Mel Robbins and Emma Grede came up with, and it's beautiful. They described the difference between excellence and perfection. And they said, perfection is trying to do something to please people externally. Excellence is trying to do your best internally.
Absolutely.
Trying to make sure that at every point in time, everything that is in your power, you have done.
You've done.
If it's beyond my power, that's fine.
Yeah.
And once we start getting people to understand that, like, how are you showing up? How are you dressing up? How are you speaking to people?
Right.
All those tiny, tiny details will build the excellence.
I mean, a lot of the times people ask me, our terrain or our environment is very difficult to achieve excellence in everything, because we are so accustomed to mediocrity. We applaud mediocrity to the point that sometimes when you want to be excellent, you become alien and you are alienated.
You're too known.
Yes, you're too known. And people see you differently.
Yeah.
And so it's very hard to be able to achieve that because people are not accustomed to it. They don't understand. You don't understand it. So people ask me a lot of times how I've been able to, consistently been able to do what I've been able to do. It doesn't come easy. It's not a walk in the park. It comes with a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah.
And just like you said, you choose your heart. I've chosen to be excellent, and I know it's going to be hard. I could have decided to be mundane or mediocre. That is also hard.
It's also very hard.
It's also very hard, But I've chosen to be as excellent as possible. So as much as I can do within the environment that I find myself, I'll do it.
And what you're saying, it's very sad that if you get to a place on time, it's like, hey, why are you so early?
And you won't even find anybody there.
Yeah.
It's like when you're going for a party, you say, hey, I called in your brew,
but you gave me 6 o'clock.
Exactly. Like it's not normal. It's abnormal to be early.
Yeah. So I used to have this argument sometimes with like the different members of my management and everything. Maybe when we are dealing with artists and an artist is supposed to be somewhere at 2 o'clock and they say, tell the artist 1 so that they'll come at 2. I'm like, no, tell them 2 so they come at 2. Why are we okay that somebody will come late? Like, why is mediocre okay?
Yeah.
When excellence is an easy option as well. They are both difficult. Yeah. Like, if you need to be somewhere, it will take you the same amount of time to get dressed.
Yeah.
Take you the same amount of time on the road to get there.
Yeah.
So why are you choosing to not move earlier?
Absolutely. And so you see, we at EMY, we've set our standards so high that people judge us with our own standards.
With your own standard, yeah.
So I think that a few of the events I've done, sometimes we try our best, but the thing is that you work with people.
Yeah.
And sometimes maybe the light guy has to come at a certain point, maybe they delay a little bit, the stage guy delays a little bit. So sometimes you want to start the event on time, but you're unable to start. Maybe you are like, sometimes we are 30 minutes late or 20 minutes late. And my board members and faculty will be like, you said you're going to start the event at 7. And sometimes I tell myself that, do they go to other events?
They're judging you by your standards.
So I tell myself, do these people go to another event? Why are they complaining that we are 30 minutes late? This is like 30 minutes late. But I think again, I'm like, they've seen that we've built an excellent brand.
Yeah.
And that is one of the reasons why they are actually there in the first place. That they've decided to back us with their glory, their experience and all that. So you need to keep up.
Let's take it from there. Yeah. How did you come up and start building the EMY brand?
So I started as a musician. I mean, after
the runner days.
Yes. So after university,
will you give us a small performance?
Oh, I'll give it to you. As long as your $50,000 is ready.
Hey, no please bring the checkbook. Bring the checkbook.
So I started as a musician with the group Runner.
Yeah.
After uni, we competed in the Nescafe African Revelation competition. We did very well. I think we were in the top 5. I think we came 3rd or 4th or something. When we finished, we were signed on by Apitus. And then, I enjoyed the ride. For me, I think that every experience should be educational. You should learn from the experience. And I think that I learned a lot from there. So from there, my uncle established an ad agency at the time. And I convinced him to create an event department. So that I can head it.
Okay.
But he dragged his feet a little bit because there's a young guy who's a graduate. He's doing music. He has no formal experience in event management. I told him that I've always loved events. When I was young, at Bogoso where I used to stay, because it was a mining community and we were far away from the city center. We had to create our own entertainment. So I would bring all the kids together, Christmas party, I organize it. So organization growing up had become a part of me, and I like to put things together. and see people have fun. I'll throw a pool party and all that. So I had those natural skills. I had not had a formal education to hone it, but I had just by sheer street experience.
Mm-hmm. You're street smart.
Yeah, I was street smart. I knew that I could do it.
Yeah.
So I pleaded with him, and then after a period of time, he agreed to set up the events department so that I could head it. And so when I came in, my first project was the Legends and Legacy Ball.
Oh, okay.
Loud Ball, you remember?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So my concept,
that was your first project?
That was my first project.
Hey, this man, you're a big achiever.
Oh, yes. That was my first project. So I told them that it would be very good for us to honor the older musicians by having younger ones, perform their songs, pay homage to them, just to keep the music alive, but also to inspire these young people on the achievements of the older ones. Because some of these young musicians don't know much about the older generation, so that they in order for them to learn from the experiences, learn from their mistakes, pick up some of the great things that they've also done. So I came in. The first Legends and Legacy Ball was a massive success. I remember I said I wanted to do a double-decker stage. So I came in with a huge appetite. So the first stage we did at the conference center was a double-decker stage. Nobody had done it before. I said I wanted the stairs on the side.
Hey.
And I was very fortunate to have somebody introduced me to Mr. Mike Amonkwafo.
Okay.
So he was appointed because I was young. And so everything that I was saying, they thought it was just wishful thinking.
Yeah.
So I fortunately got Uncle Mike on the project as a consultant. And then I went in with Uncle Mike, and then I told Uncle Mike all my ideas. And Uncle Mike got so fascinated with me. Uncle Mike is an older man, but he's also a dreamer like myself. We connected so much so that he's one of my mentors. I call him one of my mentors. So Uncle Mike was aligned with my vision. So through Uncle Mike, the company, my uncle's company, accepted that we could do the things that I was dreaming about.
Okay.
The first event was massive. We honored that Lumba of blessed memory, and we had the president at the time. That's former president, ex-president Kufuor. We had what's his name? Rawlings of blessed memory, former president Rawlings of blessed memory, and we had his wife as well, Nana Kunedu.
Yeah.
And then before that event, people thought there was a rift between those two, and they came to the event and they danced together. It was world news. At the time, there was no social media, so it wasn't
the good old days.
But it was world news because we're getting calls from Germany, Australia. People even wanted us to come and replicate the same event.
Okay.
In at this place. I think BBC even reported about it and all that. And so overnight, the company was a household name. My uncle was like, wow. Because they had been in business for a while and nobody knew who they were.
Mm-hmm.
So that event really brought the company to the fore. People became a household name. And subsequently we had maybe 3 or 4 more successful editions. I also created the Ghana Stance in Worship, and MTN was a sponsor at the time. We brought in Donnie McClurkin. So I did a lot of things with my uncle. And so through that, I was able to build relationships. I honed my skills really well. And then I moved on to form my own company.
Oh, okay.
And then started the EMI Africa brand. I actually started with a friend of mine, but I think 2 or 3 years into the partnership, he fell off.
So this is the genesis of Carbon AV.
Yes. So I left my uncle's company, Imagine Advertising, I think in 2015.
Okay.
And then I started Carbon AV and then eventually EMI.
2015.
Africa.
So that means EMI Africa was your first event that you started at Carbon AV.
Yes. EMI Africa. We did the first event at the State House.
Okay.
I remember. First event. But you know what? Because of my time at Imagine Advertising, I built a lot of respect in the industry because I worked with most of the suppliers.
Okay.
And we're fascinated by this young man's drive, my ideas, my vision. You couldn't tell me nothing because I had this vision, and once you tell me that I can't do it, I find a way of cutting you off.
Yeah.
Because nothing was going to get in my way of getting what I wanted. And so the people in the industry, I built very great relationship. Frankie and I's relationship, started from there. Kojo Soboh, I built. So when I wanted to start my event, all of them wanted to support me because they knew that I wasn't joking. They knew I was going to do something and do it well. So that is also another important lesson that everybody as a young person, if you want to build a business or you want to venture into anything, it's the relationships that you've built that is going to hold you. Because sometimes it's not about money. I remember we didn't have money. We didn't have a lot of sponsorship because it was our first event. But because we had built relationships, I had friends I could call, for support.
And the truth is, excellent people are actually attracted to excellent people because you want to keep doing excellent things.
True. Yeah. And even the kind of people we're able to pull to the room for a first event, blew people away. And that is how EMY, started growing and how we got the respect. I remember the first year we honored Parkway Sindum, we honored Despite. We had some great people, and they all turned up. It was beautiful.
But
it was beautiful.
Haven't you ever had doubts, like when you are starting these things and swinging so big? Haven't you ever had doubts that maybe I'm doing too much? Maybe I should just be mediocre.
Until today, I still have doubts. I'm planning the 10th EMY Africa Awards. I still have doubts.
Charlie.
But it's just the faith and the belief that it can be done.
So where does that faith come from?
It comes from God. Okay. Because once you believe in God, because God says that
with Him,
once you have the faith as little as a mustard seed, you can do anything.
Yeah.
So your belief in God can also be a good it's a good backbone for me. Whenever I feel that it's getting so hard, I pray. I mean, I pray every day, but I always commit everything that I'm doing into God's hands.
Yeah.
And I don't leave it at that. I go out and try, but then there's a bigger force that you have to entrust all your dreams and goals and aspirations into.
Do you know a question I ask myself anytime I feel doubts? Why not me? Because maybe whatever big thing I want to do, other people have done even bigger things. I always talk about the Wright brothers.
Yeah.
That they invented flying.
When until today, it's a mystery, right?
It's a mystery. Yeah. How did they think about that? They invented flying when all we could do was walk and drive. So if they could do it, why not me?
Because sometimes you'll be in the air and then for a split second you say, I'm hanging.
Yeah, I'm in the air. The worst one was when I was in a helicopter.
Yeah.
And we took off. You see, when you're going in a plane, it's gradual.
It does this way, yeah.
But the way the helicopter just took off, I was like, hey.
What did we fall? Crazy. Those guys spend, man. But it is possible. They believed. They had a vision.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you see, once you believe and you start, the universe just
supports
you in one way or the other. Do you get what I mean? The support will just come. But people are afraid to start. I think that one of my superpowers is execution. I'm able to execute. Like, I'm able to execute. I think in pictures. So if I want to do EMY, for instance, this year, I know how I want my stage to be. I have an idea of it. Of course, I'm going to get professionals to design my stage, but I have an idea of what I want. I have an idea to the point of how my walkway into the event is going to be. Like throughout the year, through my travels, through watching movies, like I pick up little ideas and bring it together as to how I want the experience
let's discuss that. Do you know, for a long time in my life, I didn't know there were two types of people. There are those who think in pictures and those who think in words.
Yeah. I think in pictures.
I think in words.
Okay.
So Baba, for instance, thinks in pictures.
Yeah.
I think in words. Yeah. That's why I'm very good at planning, putting together, a plan on how I'm going to execute things. Because I have like a constant. I say I'm going to do an episode on this thing because it's a very huge thing.
It is.
I have like a constant voice that's going on in my head. But then I learned that no, there are other people who are always thinking in pictures.
It comes in pictures. Like this is how one has to be. And for some way, somehow, that vision I have in my mind should come to pass. That's how it is. So I work towards it.
That's amazing. Oh.
Yeah, I work towards it. So and that is why when I'm doing an event, I'm like a lion, trying to protect that vision.
Because you've seen it.
I've seen it. So nobody's going to cross me.
Yeah.
So my people always say that I'm not the nicest person when it comes to my event. Yes, I'm not, because I have a vision, and that vision must come to pass. Nobody's crossing it. You will not be late. You will not come and put something that is not what I envisioned. It has to come together.
You should see Kojo during setup blasting people left, and I'll just be laughing.
Yeah, because it has to come together. And at the end of the day, when it comes together really nicely, even the people you blasted will come and say, "Oh yeah, it looks really nice." Like, I didn't blast you. It wouldn't have come together nicely, because sometimes people are not in your head. People don't understand what you're trying to achieve. Even if you have it on paper, they still don't see it.
Yeah, they don't see it.
They still don't see it.
Because we all don't see things the same way.
Yeah, we all don't see things the same way. But thankfully, through the years, I've been able to build some good community, like yourself, Baba, Frankie, Tony Tometi. Like, I've built a good community that operates at that level.
Yeah.
So once you share your vision with them, they're able to come along and help you to bring that vision to the fore, because you can't do it all alone.
Yeah.
And so I'm happy that gradually we are building a great community. That look at what we did with the RNAQ at 40. It wasn't just one person's work.
It was a whole army.
Yes, a whole army. And you were able to spot, because you were the team lead, you were able to spot great talents. I mean, I was the call that came, let's Kojo, I want us to my boss wants us to do this
the biggest
event ever. And you are one of the people that I think can help bring this vision to the fore. And then Baba as well. And I remember our first meeting very, very vividly. How
ideas were just flowing.
Impossible things.
And do you remember how many people told us the ideas were impossible?
But you see, it's because we had consolidated the idea.
Yeah.
And we believed in the idea.
Yeah.
And so nobody could tell us no. And you are as stubborn as I am. And that's why we are friends. You get what I mean? Baba is as stubborn as both of us. And so once we consolidated, our minds, as excellent as we are, our minds told us that it was possible.
We had envisioned it, and it is going to happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
We listen, and everything we saw on the grounds at the grand conference. What is this place?
At the Independence Square.
Independence Square. We had envisioned. We had talked about it.
Yeah.
And we did everything to the T.
Yeah. Except that one thing. Do you remember?
Yeah. But I mean, that was between us. Nobody knew.
Nobody knew. And then it's what we didn't plan actually even ended up so beautiful.
Yes, absolutely. Look at what we did. I mean, it's the biggest. And I'm just looking for the next person that can beat this record.
Oh, we'll beat it again. We will
beat it again ourselves. But it's just believing and understanding that impossible is nothing.
And I think that's one thing about the universe. That's one thing God does for you, right? When you believe in excellence, when every idea you get, you actually pursue it.
Yeah.
More is thrown to you.
Yeah.
There's I haven't said this anywhere before, right? But the day I came up with the idea to do the Lynx Reverb headphones, I was talking to Papa about it, and I said, I want to do headphones and this. We're going on a walk in the morning, early morning walk, and we're discussing it, and I was talking about the headphones, and the first one is going to be all black, blah, 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 blah. And I told her something that, see, this idea just came in my head, right? But I've seen the logo, And I've seen that logo in my, like when I saw the logo in my head, it didn't feel like an idea. It felt like this is something real that has already actualized in the future. And I'm getting a glimpse of it. You know, I think it's like the story of the talent in the Bible. It's if you actually use what is given to you, life just keeps throwing more at
If you had not done it, somebody else would have done
it.
Because ideas, they travel. They're like waves.
It's there to be
used.
Like waves. So it's like, do you want it? Do you want it? If you don't, let me give it to somebody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
So a lot of people who keep thinking they are not achieving enough in life, it's probably because every time life throws you something, you say, oh, but will it work? Am I good enough? Oh, my country, people won't like it.
And a lot of people are also defined by their environment.
A
lot of people are defined by environment. So,
Ghana,
this is our standard. We can't do it. Why can't you just endure a little bit of discomfort and set yourself apart? Because, you know, excellence sets you apart.
Yeah, but I think it's also because, you see, there's one thing that we don't understand. Something going international, right? We always compare our local achievement to an international achievement. What we don't get is when you are watching the biggest thing, when you are watching the World Cup and comparing the World Cup to Ghana Premier League, the World Cup is the best of the best in the world. If you go to the different countries, you will find lower leagues that are not as good. When you are looking at the biggest event and you are watching the Grammys or you are watching that, they've done that so well that they stand out.
Yeah, they're 60 years.
Thank
60
you.
whatever years.
But there are people there who are also struggling just like we are over here. You know, like when I was in LA like 2 years ago or last year or something, and I was going around and they were talking about their problems they have in the industry and they are suffering with copyright and all that. And I was like, really?
You see, it is, bro, it is storytelling.
Yes.
So you have to go there to face the realities.
Thank you.
But before you realize you've gotten there.
Yeah.
They've taken the foreign exchange has already gone.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Like
how are we telling a story? Listen, Africa has problems. And so does the West.
Thank you. Everywhere has problems.
What are we focusing on? Are we focusing on our problems? Or we are focusing on our solutions? Or are focusing on the blessings that the Lord has given us, the resources, the great minds, the great people. Are we telling those stories? Telling those stories would help us even solve our problems.
Yeah. And everyone who wants to be an entrepreneur out there, entrepreneurship is just about solving problems.
Yes, absolutely.
So if you feel you are in a country which has too many problems,
solve
some
one.
money. Solve one.
Absolutely. And make some money.
Yeah.
And then you see, with all the things that is going on in the world, all the things that's going on in the US, all the things that are going on in London and around the world, it's telling us that build your home.
Yeah.
Build your continent. This is your home. Nobody can come here and say, go back home.
Yeah.
This is where you come from.
Yeah.
So if you build your businesses here, if you build your wealth here, you know you are keeping it. Nobody's come to take it away from you.
And we have the power.
We have the resources too. We have the people.
We just need to be proud of what we have and shout it out. You know, one thing I always say I'm glad of is the fact that I started to travel because of work. And every time I leave Ghana, I think, wow, Ghana is a beautiful country. I don't think I've ever been out of Ghana more than 3 days and not gotten homesick. Like, Ghana is a beautiful country. Ghana is a peaceful country. Ghana, we are so innovative. We have everything that we need here. But because we've not told our story well, even to ourselves.
Yes, that is very important.
Yeah.
Even to ourselves. Because you see, our youth have to understand that Africa is also paradise.
Yeah.
They need to understand that they can make it here so that they will stay. Because the youth is the most important resource that Africa has. We are losing it. We are losing that resource. This resource is even more valuable than gold.
Yeah.
It's more valuable than diamonds. Because listen, most of these countries are doing all these exchange programs it's brain drain. They are getting our people there to build.
I mean, I'm sad I learned brain drain in social studies and it's still happening.
Yes, I'm telling you. Just so they can come and build their countries.
Yeah.
And after you finish building your country, then you make some small money, they'll push you back.
Yeah.
They don't need you anymore. So it is our duty to empower you, to give them hope. the hope that would let them stay here and build our country. And also that our leaders should also create a good environment. Because you see, once we talk about hope, we need to also create a good environment so that these young people can thrive.
And you see, with a land that has a lot of things that need to be solved, that is the best place to actually grow.
Yeah.
Today, let me reveal a secret, right? So when I started Links, the concept behind starting a record label was I wanted to make R&B like music, hip hop music, and nobody was doing that. And I decided, let's create a community. Let's create a number of people so that when we do it, we'll have a ripple effect that will keep things going over and over again. But now it was very difficult. How do we achieve this? Then I said, okay, nobody's really established record labels here in the past. Maybe they do it for a short time, then they'll stop. So why don't we take the countries that have done this for 80 years, 100 years, and solved problems that they had there? Now they've managed to solve that problem. We still have that problem here. Why don't we just take what they did and solve our problem here? And through that, we're able to keep succeeding over and over and over again. Yeah. So if you are in a country and you see that a lot is going on wrong, things are not working here, things are not working there, come up with a solution. Be excellent about it.
Yeah, and I also think that we as blacks or as Africans should patronize ourselves, patronize our products, patronize our service, and not think that it's inferior. It's not everything that comes from Africa is inferior. There are people who do great. So I mean, my suit is from here. My trousers is from here. There are people, Caveman does beautiful watches. Let's patronize. Once something is coming from Africa, people automatically think that it's inferior.
When in actual fact, most of the things from here are superior.
Even better, are superior, yes.
Like our chocolate, for instance.
Our chocolate is superior. Yeah. But people would go out there and buy chocolates, more expensive chocolates than even buying the ones we have here.
I once watched them marketing something on a US show, and it was an exfoliating sponge. And it was called Sapo. Just a Sapo.
It's called Sapo.
Yes. So they took Sapo. And they have packaged it nicely, and they were talking about all the benefits and this and that. And I was like,
I'm telling you, they just recently took our Ghana Must Go, and they are selling it for $3,000.
Yes, I've seen it.
And a Ghanaian would go and buy that $3,000.
Yes.
I will not buy, or an African will not buy the bag from a young African who has hand-stitched the bag. And
thank you.
They will not do it because it's coming from, because they are coming from Africa. It's true. I mean, the designers and then the product developers should do better branding to tell better stories about the brands that they are building. But our consumers should also consume it. Because if we do all this storytelling and you don't consume it, for how long can you do the storytelling and your own people don't believe in you? Like here in Africa, for people to even sometimes take you seriously, they want to see you doing things outside the country. Or bringing some Obroni to come and be part of your event before they say, oh, this is a big thing. Even sometimes when people receive awards here, people take Ghana Music Awards, they receive Ghana Music Awards. They want to receive a Grammy award or an international award for them to be validated.
Like, I'm sorry to attack those in my industry.
Do you get what I mean?
Always
Why can't we glorify the awards that we have? If you have received the Ghana Music Awards, be proud about it. When you go out there, talk about how you are happy to receive Ghana Music Awards. That is how people will respect the award, because the Grammy is an international award. It started in the US.
It's a US award.
And the US have glorified it. That is why we also see that we want to receive it. There's nothing wrong with to receive a Grammy award. When anybody receives a Grammy award, they should be proud, they should talk about it, but also talk about what you receive locally. Talk about it, be proud about it. That is how we are going to grow. Let's be proud about things from our continent.
It's like we rather want to glorify anything that is not from here. Whenever I hear musicians and pundits and everybody saying, oh, we need to win a Grammy, we need to win a BET, I'm thinking, why? And I'm not saying it's not a good thing to win it.
It's a good thing.
It's beautiful, but why isn't what we have as precious as what they have?
Now Grammy is even trying to come to Africa. Why are they coming here? Because Africa, it's a blessed continent. Everybody wants to be part of Africa.
And
the African story. I'm telling you, whilst you are going,
when
people
you
are
travel
coming
more,
here.
you realize everybody loves Africa.
I'm telling you.
But Africans.
Bro, it's just sad. So it works both ways. People doing the work must put in good work. Excellence must be at the center of what you're doing, whether it's a product, whether it's a service you're providing.
Yeah.
Excellence, because I always say that everything is storytelling. Richie, you are telling a story about Africa. Mm-hmm. When you go out there and they ask you where you're from, you're a Ghanaian, you're a young entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You've built Links Entertainment. You have helped musicians come up. You have the Links River, and how excellent you've done with your work. Mm-hmm. It's telling a story that good things can come out from Africa as well.
Yeah.
And when people interact with you, your brain, so we are all ambassadors of our continent. So whatever you're doing, whatever you are putting out, if it's a product, if it's a service, you do it well because you are marketing our continent.
Yeah.
We are all ambassadors for it.
And the thing that people say about environment, you always need to think about plants, right? There are plants that can grow in the desert, and there are plants that can grow in very wet soil. Yeah. So you can grow in any environment. Your environment shouldn't define you. You can adapt. You can learn. And the truth of the matter is, one thing I've come to see is, when you are in a tough environment and you are able to survive, you become stronger. I remember when Gil Green and some of the directors came to Ghana and they saw the Ghanaian directors. They were like, really? You guys hold camera, do lights, edit, come up with concept. Like, how?
And even the cost of producing
is
very cheap, but we're able to get, the product is good. Mm-hmm. It's just, we have it all. The kind of excellence we have within us.
Yeah.
And sometimes you look at the kind of budget we have
and what
we're able to
achieve.
Do with the budget. Man.
The entire EMI Africa budget will probably be less than a pre-party for an outside award show. I mean your 1 year budget.
When I do events in London.
Yeah.
Hey, God.
How much does backdrop cost you?
A simple backdrop would cost you like £3,000.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what? Like, I'm always complaining.
Yeah.
But you see, here, the amount of money and the kind of things, I can never, with the budget we have, do what we do with EMY in London. We can't. Or even do it in America. I have a friend who also does a beautiful award show. Moved the award show to the US and has brought it back to Africa because the cost of production is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
And what he's able to do here in Africa with the budget that he has is great. I'm not saying that we don't need money to do our production. We need money. We need corporate to support us. But what I'm saying is that we are very excellent people.
We're very resourceful.
Problem solvers.
Yeah.
Africans are problem solvers. So wherever you put us, no matter how small it is, we're able to create something out of it. Things that will kill an Oyibo person.
Yeah.
We'll be
tough.
We are resilient.
Yeah.
So God has blessed us with everything. Resilience, resourcefulness, like everything. So there's no way we should be where we are today.
With all the things that you've done, which one do you say tested you the most?
I think that everything has been, if it's not a challenge, I'm not doing it. Everything has always been a challenge. I always want to be better than the year before. So every event, if you follow the EMY platform, everything we do, every year it gets better. Every year we get bigger. So I think that everything that I've done has been a challenge, but I've always believed that we can do it and do it well. Over the years, we've grown. We've become the premier brand that celebrates excellence, that inspires greatness, that spotlights leadership. It's. I mean, everything about EMY is challenging, but we managed to do it anyway. I mean, getting the people to honor, and sometimes you see the people we honor are not ordinary people.
Yeah.
Getting them, sometimes people from outside the country to come in to accept the award, come in and receive the award, the production, the ideation of what we're going to do every year. Every year is a fresh start.
Mm-hmm.
People think that it's we travel 10 years, so it's easy. No, every year is a fresh start for us. What are we doing this year? How are we going to top last year's event? What is our communication? I'm blessed to have a great team who are not yes men.
Mm-hmm.
So
they'll tell it to your face.
We tell it to your face. We challenge each other. Mm-hmm. And the process is crazy. It starts at the beginning of the year, the selection process, the nomination process. There are so many moving parts that comes together to form that one night that everybody is going to watch on TV.
So they all see that one day of glamour.
But it starts.
The steps.
It starts right from the beginning of the year. The selection of the nominees, the board meetings, the faculty meetings, the debates, who has to win what, does the person deserve it? It's just incredible.
But I think let's attack ourselves too.
Yeah.
I think that is part of the problem. We don't let people see the struggle. So I think a lot of people don't achieve much because when they see those at the top, they think it was easy for them to get there. Yeah. So when they start and they are struggling, then I think, I must be doing something wrong.
Yeah.
It's not working. They don't know that everyone who got there went through that same hustle. Yeah. It's like every time a rich man comes to sit on TV or holds a mic and says, I started with one chicken or I started with one.
They think you are lying.
Yeah. But
they think that, when Mr. Kwe said he washed plates and all that, to today, people still challenge me. How did he wash plates?
How else do you think people start?
I said, if people are in the US washing plates in restaurants.
Yeah.
So if I was in the US, because he started his life in London.
Yeah.
And probably worked in a restaurant and was washing the plates. People will not believe it because today they see him as a very rich man. They think that he pressed jump and got there.
So when they are hustling, they think there's no connection between the hustle and the success.
Yeah. Social media has made it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that is why platforms like this is very important. Yeah. That we don't only talk about the glam or the beautiful things, but we also talk about where we came from, the struggles, the difficulties that we go through. Let's be real.
When we started Tygon, right? Baba gets a lot of DMs, a lot of people saying, oh, we want to work with you. Your work is so beautiful because you see the work that Tygon does, especially the set design, the photo installations, the final work.
Is what you see.
Yes, and it's very beautiful and artistic and glamorous. Now, when the person comes and then they have to go 20 hours non-stop, 24 hours non-stop. When you are shooting a music video, the call time for the music video was 6 a.m. and it's 4 a.m. and you are still shooting. Here. Then that's when the people start thinking, But that's what it takes.
Yeah, that's what it takes.
The
sleepless nights.
I always have conversations about when people talk about things like work-life balance or you need to work less and everything. But I don't know any successful person who works less than me. It's not possible. Every time I meet somebody who I really respect from afar, I'm like, I respect what this person is doing. When I meet the person, they are either as hardworking as I am or more.
More, yeah. Nah. Sometimes I leave the office at 8. Sometimes I'm having a meeting. Yesterday I had the meeting around 9 p.m. And I was on a call with a friend and I was saying I was going for a meeting at 9. I said 9 o'clock. Yes, this is the time that the person I want to meet gave me.
Yeah.
Would I say I will not pick I will not take the meeting? I will take the meeting.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So there's a lot of stuff. People see only the glam side. And sometimes people even see that you are traveled, you are posting the nice parts of the things. But sometimes maybe the travel, I'm going to do some bidding. I'm going to meet somebody to do some, to share my ideas, to get some funding. That people do work. And sometimes don't be deceived by just the beautiful things that you see on social media. Listen, you have to choose your heart. There's no substitute for hard work.
Yeah.
EMY does not just happen. The awards does not just happen. It's a lot of work. I get turned away. I get sponsors turning me away. We are not superhuman. It's not like once because we EMY is EMY, sponsorship is automatic. Bro, we get turned away. But if you say no to me, I see it as an opportunity for a bigger yes.
Yeah.
So you say no to me today, I'll come back again better. Or I'll go to the next person who is going to say yes. So I keep going until I get the yes. And usually the yes is much better than the other person who said no to me. And once you say no to me, you regret that you say no to me, because for me, no brings out some things in me. When you say no to me,
it challenges you.
Oh my God. the ideas that no is going to generate in me, that project that you said no to me, if you get opportunity to watch, you will like, whoa, I should have been part of this. So everybody gets no. People don't tell you the things they go through to be able to do the beautiful things that they do. But people face rejections all the time. People go through
there's this thing that is going around on social media. I know these days, because everyone can take a phone and say what's on their mind. A lot of people are saying, don't work hard, work smart. Yes, you have to work smart, but you have to work hard. The whole point is, without the hard work, nothing happens. But if you add
the
working smart onto it, then it multiplies. Yes.
Yeah.
But it's not a substitute. It's not an either-or type of situation.
There's no either-or. No. Both exist together.
Yeah.
Both exist together. That's why they say there's no substitute for hard work.
Yeah.
No, there's no substitute as well. All the things that inspires us, all the big projects that inspires us, if you see the work that goes into achieving that, and the investment that goes into it, and the investment is not just financial, it's actually putting in the work.
It's sacrifice.
It's a sacrifice.
What kind of personal sacrifices have you had to make to maintain your level?
I believe that with EMY, because of how excellent I always like the event to be, I think we put in a lot. Like when I promise a sponsor that this is what we are going to do, or whatever we have planned, whatever I have in my mind's eye, the goal is to achieve it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? And so truth be told, getting resources here to fund the kind of excellence, the kind of vision we have with EMY is very, very difficult. And so how to marry the two, the resources that we have and the kind of vision we have to achieve is usually very, very, it's really, really very, very tough. So you have to work twice as hard, beg twice as hard, negotiate hard, because you go to all these suppliers and say, this is the vision that I have, but this is my budget. This is my budget. We have to work with this. Yeah. Sometimes they'll push back, maybe add this to it, add that to it. But it's just the drive to be able to achieve the vision with the little resource that has always been the challenge.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful for the community. As I say again, the community that we've built, people who stand with us, who support us. And sometimes we know that we don't pay them as much as we're supposed to pay them, but it's the ecosystem. Where we believe that the work we are doing is going to open bigger doors for us, for the future. That people would know, the corporates would know that we can also do it. And so that they will give us the funds or the resources that would match the kind of production that we do.
See, I like how you're always talking about relationships and everything, because I think you're one person I've really learned that networking is not just what you benefit from the person, but it's also the value that you offer the person.
Yeah. It's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
It's a win-win situation. I always say that it almost sounds like a broken record, that your network is your net worth.
100%.
You get what I mean? But once you have a relationship, you have to serve that relationship. The relationship must also serve you. You get what I mean? It's not a one-sided situation.
If it's one-sided, then it's parasitism.
And
one will run away.
One will run away.
Yeah.
One will run away. And especially when you have very successful people as friends who have very little time, who have so many people competing for their attention.
Mm-hmm.
If they give you the opportunity to be in their space, to be in their friend, what are you giving them?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not about money, because you don't have as much money as they do.
Yeah.
But when you come around, what do you give them?
What value
do you add to them?
Yeah.
So you have to have some sort of value that you are bringing to the relationship for you to be able to keep that relationship.
Like a lot of people don't think, when they think about mentorship and stuff, they don't think about the fact that what are you offering to the person?
Yeah.
You know, I've seen people who will walk up to someone and say, I respect you. I want to work for you for 3 months for free.
Yeah.
If you want to pay me afterwards, that's great. If not, we part ways.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
And then the person thinks, okay, if they do a good job, cool, I get a great employee.
Yeah.
If not, I took a risk and that's it.
Absolutely.
But most people will come, oh, boss, do me a favor. Oh, something. Then you just end up pushing everybody away.
It's all about what they can get immediately.
Yeah.
People are not willing to sacrifice for the future. And that is the case.
Expression. Either increase your sacrifice or reduce your desire.
Thank you.
If you're not willing to sacrifice, then just be there and be happy with your small.
You want to drive the nicest car, you want to be a business owner, it comes with a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? It comes with a lot of sacrifice. So you have to be ready to
There's another
make
sacrifice.
those sacrifices.
Another sacrifice quote I like.
Yeah.
They said, you either sacrifice for what you want or what you want becomes a sacrifice.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. So we need to create more platforms like this where we can because Charlie, social media is just messing up the minds of young people who think that they can just get everything on a silver platter. Now you employ a young person, they don't want to work, but they want to be paid.
Mm-hmm.
They will come to you and say, boss, I want to take the day off. You want to take the day off to where?
Hey.
When I have the boss, when it's time when it's 5 o'clock, they'll pick up their bag and they are going.
Yeah.
When sometimes they've not finished the work that you've allocated to them.
It's a new mindset.
How do you expect to grow? How do you expect the business to get money to even pay you at the end of the month?
Mm-hmm.
And when the month comes, they're expecting their salary.
If the salary delays small, pay you a problem.
It's
a toxic work environment.
Toxic work environment. Like soft life. There's nothing.
You
wrong.
work hard.
There's nothing
for
wrong.
Soft life.
Yes, just like the quote said.
Yeah. If you want soft life, then sacrifice. You know, but people just want the soft life without the sacrifice. Even if you are getting soft life without you sacrificing, it means somebody sacrificed for you.
Yes, somebody sacrificed for you. The person who's giving you that money is working hard.
Yeah.
You know, so you have
There's
to
no
understand.
such thing as a free lunch.
Yeah, there's nothing like
Your
that.
free lunch means somebody else is paying for you.
Absolutely. So we need to do all these things, this platform, talking to people, and a lot more where we can engage young people. And
they should also choose it. Because what I mean by that is you can either go on social media and watch a rich man sitting in his yacht or flying in his private jet and be enthused by that, or you can watch a conversation
like this,
that the same rich man is having about how he
made it. Yeah.
He made it.
Yeah.
So you either sit there and be wowed by their life and continue to suffer in yours,
either way,
or learn from
it's
them.
hard because you're using data.
Thank you. Same effort.
Yeah, same effort. But one, you leave with some nuggets.
Yeah.
You know how the person was able to build their wealth.
Yeah.
And apply that to your life. You pick one or two things. You might even get an idea from there to start your own business.
Yeah. And because success takes time, you need to start now.
Yeah.
You know, I always say one of my biggest blessings was that I started my company at 17.
Yeah.
I got to make all my mistakes, experiment, fail while I was young.
Yeah.
And as I'm older and I have more responsibilities now, I've been able to, succeed to a point.
Yes.
Because I'm not reach where I want to go yet.
But you're on your way.
Yeah. So you have to start today. If you're watching this, whatever you are doing right now, start. If you are working for somebody and you have a business idea, start a side hustle.
Yeah.
Like I say, you have 24 hours in the day. You're working 9 to 5. let's even say you want to be extra healthy and sleep 8 hours. You have an extra 8 hours that you can use to work for yourself, work on your dream.
Yeah.
But you are the one who's choosing to use it to play video games and to go out drinking with friends. That's your choice. Yeah. So when in 10 years you have accumulated and become the best FIFA player, but you are not doing it professionally and you are hungry, who do you have to blame? You know, there are lots of things that I used to do when I was younger. Like even when I was building links and everything, I could watch series nonstop, especially because I work very fast. So let's say it will take somebody maybe 10 hours to finish a song. It can take me 1 hour. So now I have an extra 9 hours. I'll use those 9 hours to watch series, play video games, all those kind of things. And I felt there was nothing wrong with it because I was achieving. But then at a point I realized, but I can achieve more. You can do more,
yeah. If you did one, so you could have done 3.
Thank you. Yeah. So people have to have that discipline.
Yeah.
If you say every day you are going to watch comedy videos, are you planning on being a comedian? Well, why?
I mean, if those things serve your purpose, because maybe if I want to be, I'm a comedian and I want to be a better comedian. Yes. I'll suggest you watch people who have gone ahead of you, people who have excelled. Yeah. But if what you're watching is just purely for entertainment, then you need to. Entertainment is good. Sometimes you work so hard and you just want to take some time.
Let go. Yes.
Yeah. But if it's just pure entertainment, so you're not taking anything from it, people are actually making money from you just watching and not making anything of it. For me, I take time to watch bigger productions.
Exactly. I was going to say that.
Yeah, I take time to watch bigger productions, you know. And when you see me maybe watching the Super Bowl or watching the Grammys or watching the Oscars, I'm not just watching it for entertainment. But after I've watched it, I would have gotten 1 or 2 or 3 ideas because that is the industry.
Exactly. Because that's the thing I always say about entertainment. Yeah. You can choose entertainment in your area of interest.
Yes.
Maybe sometimes it's not even something you're working with. Maybe right now you are in farming and you plan on becoming an event organizer in the next 5 years. Yeah. So if you are watching events every day, you are subconsciously preparing yourself for that. But if you are into farming and you are hoping that one day you will become a banker and every day you're watching Super Bowl, tell me how.
Yeah.
How does it connect?
How does it connect? And then, one thing that I've also realized with my years of working in this space is how the corporate Ghana is reluctant to invest, the right amount of money into talent or into projects that are from here. And I often hear some of the, support that they give, supposedly events that are coming from the West. And even sometimes when you are bringing an international artist,
then they are willing to invest
they're willing
more.
To give you more money. But if you're using a local artist,
it's back to the storytelling.
Yes, if you're using a local artist, you're not able to get sponsors who are able to give you the same amount of money that they would have been willing to give for an international artist.
It's the story we've told ourselves. It's the story that corporate person has told himself that anything coming from outside is better.
We need to change that narrative, because if we have to build an Africa that we will all be proud of, an Africa that our children are going to be proud of, our youth are going to be proud of, then we all have a responsibility to play. So the players, every player has a responsibility.
And there's one thing in collaboration too.
The service provider, the founder who's founded a business, do good work.
Yeah.
Put out good products. Don't cut corners. A lot of the times when even some of we event organizers or project managers will take money from people, promise them the world, and once we get their money, we don't even do a quarter of what we said
we're going to do.
Do you get what I mean? And that affects your credibility, and then subsequently the sponsor will not be willing to sponsor you or even give you the amount of money they gave you before.
Yeah.
But I would also say that when people do good work, when people put in good work, those are the people that sponsors must put money behind. Sometimes there's nepotism. People have friends, have families. And so
I know this guy.
Yeah, I know this guy. And so even if the guy is doing something and the thing is not at par, the thing is not excellent, they will still support that thing.
Yeah.
Because the person is my family, or I know this person, or I'll get my cut.
But I'll say that's the worst one.
But I'll say, why don't you support the person who's doing good work, whose work is excellent, whose work is inspiring greatness, and still get your cut, but you would have still supported excellence. We still helped in shaping our storytelling as Africans. Because if you continue supporting mediocrity, if we are still giving projects to the person who's going to do the road and just do first coat and will not do second coat, and 2 years down the line, there's still potholes. Just because you know the person you're going to get your cut. What are we doing? What kind of story are we telling? You get what I mean?
We have to reject mediocrity.
We just have to reject mediocrity in every shape, way, or form. In every industry that we find ourselves, from government to corporate to musicians to the creative arts. We need to. And when I say doing good work, it doesn't mean giant stage or giant production, but even the little things that you're doing.
If there's one thing we could change in Ghana, that alone, if we could change time, where people stop being late, that alone would shift a lot of things to excellence.
It's a little thing. So let's invest in ourselves. If there's money, if there's budget, our brands people, our marketing people should invest in ourselves, because once we grow, it's an ecosystem. You also grow. Because if I make more money, if you're a bank, I'm bringing more money to put in the bank.
Exactly.
If I am bringing an international artist and you give me more money for the international artist, and I'll use that money to pay the international artist,
they'll take it away.
Money. Why won't you help me to support the same money, or even close to the amount of money you give me? Let me give it to give it to me so I can pay a local artist more money. The local artist makes more money, comes to your bank, opens an account, and do you get what I mean? So everybody benefits one way or the other.
That's one reason I love using Ghanaian vendors for whatever I'm doing. When we were coming to do RNAQ40, a lot of people felt we should bring foreign vendors. But I'm thinking, no, let my same Ghana people do it. If by doing this event, they need to bring in some equipment, this means this equipment is now going to be available in 6 months' time when it needs to be used again. But if I say, give it to a Nigerian vendor, give it to a South African vendor, after they buy that equipment, they take it back. Build your ecosystem. I mean, and look at what we did. Like I say, the excellence is in it. We have it in us. We just have to believe and bring that excellence out. Look at what we were able to do. People were surprised. And people thought that we brought people from outside to come and do it. A lot of people were looking for the foreigners organizing it.
Why must it always be foreigners? As for us, we don't know what we're about.
Once you believe, and that's the thing, you see, the reason that event worked so well is everybody there believed in themselves.
Everybody believed it, Yes, and as leaders of the project, we also believed, and we're a lot of the time, if you're a visionary and you have a vision and your vision is unwavering, people tag along. It's because we believed. So anybody who came, those who came who had issues and did not believe, were cut off. And those who believed, or even had a quarter of belief at the beginning, their belief in the project came together, full circle, as we moved on, and things started coming together.
And you get what I mean? Actually, it's possible.
It's possible, yes. It's possible. Because I remember so many meetings we had. Some people were still in there, but were a bit, really, are we able to do this? Some of the ideas were very lofty.
We were crazy a bit.
I'm telling you. Some of the ideas were like, are these people really serious? Are they able to do what they are planning to do, what they are saying to do? Because
every time I'm driving under the Adomi Bridge, or I'm on the Volta River or something, I think Kwame Nkrumah was excellent.
I'm telling you, that man,
he had ideas then.
the
that
things
are still
that
superior.
guy did, we are still using them till today.
Yeah.
And some of the things we are even in recent years we are not able to do it.
Yeah.
Look at the Adobe Bridge. Look at the Kojo Soboh Dam.
Yeah.
A man 50 years ago was able to think about these
Man-made
things
lake.
and manifest it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he's an enzima. It's my.
We should stop thinking there's anything that's not possible.
No.
I want to change that word to I am possible.
Yes.
Do you
yes,
get
it
me?
is possible.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I always tell people that if you believe and you are not even able to achieve what you wanted to achieve, you would have at least gotten closer.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Because sometimes when you have the idea in your head, nobody's in your head. A few people around you might know because you probably would have communicated because you work in a group. But if you're not able to achieve, like the RNAQ birthday, for instance, there were a few more things we wanted to do
that we couldn't do.
But what we were able to achieve,
shoot for 1,000. So that even if you land on 300, it's still very good.
Yes.
But if you shoot for 100, you'll land on 30.
So what we were able to achieve still blows people's minds.
Yeah.
Still,
people don't know that some of the plans we had.
Yes.
Some of the guests who are supposed to come.
Yes, and even the kind of obstacles we face.
Yeah.
Like the RNAQ event is something you can. It's like life.
Yeah.
It's like you having these big dreams, big goals, and you facing obstacles. Even till the day before the event. Look at the rain. The day before the event, everything came down.
The dawn, when you say day before, it sounds
dawn.
The dawn of the events. Like
everything came down. Nobody knows this.
Yeah.
Bro, everything came down. And this is a structure.
All the vendors came back, had to put everything back up again.
Within hours. And this is a structure that we built on a plain ground. Bro, everything is possible. And we can do it here. Here in Africa.
Yeah.
We can.
It's not even we can. We will do
it.
We'll keep having these conversations until every African believes. And then as a continent, we will move together.
Absolutely. You know, I believe that they know.
Yeah.
I mean, they know how excellent, how brilliant we Africans are. And that's why they worked on our mind.
They had to.
And that's why I like the name of this podcast, Masterminds. So that we can, yes. So that we can clear that misconception that we have that we are not enough. You know, once you believe that you are not enough, that is where you will be.
I mean, I just want to say...
You cannot dream beyond anything.
Yeah. I want to say this may sound wrong, right? Yeah. But when you meet a powerful animal, what do you need to do to take control of it? You tame it.
Yeah, we're tamed.
Yeah.
What would we tamed? We're tamed.
Because you know, like if I meet a lion or if I meet a dog or like an animal which can overpower me, I can't overpower it with strength. So I'll tame its mind. And that's what happened to us.
I mean, and that's why the song emancipates your mind from mental slavery is very, very, very important. Because the slavery was not the physical thing. I mean, so many years down the line, we are still enslaved.
Yeah, we are. Mental slavery. We've gone from physical to mental.
And that is even more dangerous.
Yeah. Because now you're not even fighting to get out of it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's even more dangerous. So if you're an African, you know
about the frog and boiling water. So if you drop a frog into boiling water, it will jump out instantly. Yeah. But if you put a frog into normal water
and you boil it,
it will stay until it dies.
Yeah.
And that's what we are doing.
Yeah. I'm telling you. So we as Africans should believe, should be audacious, should never let anything tell us that we are not enough.
Yeah.
Because we are. You know, any African who has been audacious, who's believed, I mean, irrespective of all the challenges we have, any African that has believed and has been audacious has done some incredible things. And sometimes some of these great things that we hear in this world, some of these great inventions, sometimes blacks are behind it, but they never get the credit.
Yeah. Because they did it on another man's land.
They never get the credit.
Could you do something for me? If you could picture that you can stretch your hand through the camera right now and drop an idea into the person watching's mind that will change their mindset and set them on the path of success, what would that be?
Right. So one of the events we've done this year was an event we did in New York with New York University. And our keynote speaker, who is Mr. Tebe Kalefeng, one of the brightest minds we have in Africa, said one thing that was so profound. And he said that as Africans, we should stop begging, we should stop blaming, we should stop borrowing, and brand. And that sat really, really well with me. That what we need to do as Africans, and if I say Africans, it's all of us. So anybody who's watching is an African. You should be the change you want to see, around you. And if I say be the change, it's the storytelling. For me, as Kojo Soboh, I say I am an advocate for African excellence. So whatever work I do, I try to have excellence run through so that anybody who encounters my work would respect Africa because of the work that the person, has seen me do or the work that I've put out. So if whatever you're doing, whether you're a carpenter, whether you're an entertainer, whether you're a doctor, whatever work you're doing, do it well, brand. Put out good work, because whatever you're doing, you're telling a story about Africa. You're a storyteller. If you're an African, you're a storyteller. And whatever story you're telling is a story of Africa. So tell a good story. Make sure that you do good work and show it in style.
Kojo, thank you so much. Your story is inspiring. Your words are inspiring. I'm hoping as you're watching this, you've been inspired and you've come one step closer to being the mastermind that you are meant to be. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Richie. Mastermind Richie.
Thanks for watching this episode. The fact that you stayed all the way through to the end tells me that you're not only curious, but you have the discipline to see what you do all the way through to the end. Now let's build a community of thinkers who are ready to become the best version of themselves. So subscribe to the channel and the mindset that you will develop and grow every day to become a true mastermind.